our good friend, Dr. Parsons, Mikell.
Mikell.
Mikell Parsons. A lot of your interviews are on our YouTube site.
Yay!
I've actually gone back and watched them a few times because fascinating interviews. And Dr. Parsons is from the Natural Path
Health Center.
Natural Path Health Center. What's that website, by the way?
www.naturalpathfresno.com.
Naturalpathfresno.com. The year is ending. It's time for us to start maybe re-examining our priorities, weight loss, stuff like that. What do you have for us today?
Well, I've had my own personal weight struggles. And because of that, I ended up creating a weight loss program out of my journey. And what I've seen consistently over the years is women give up. They kind of give themselves the freedom to eat with wild abandon. They add on a few more pounds, which is accumulating over the last several years. And they get to January and they feel this burden of, I have to do something. They may try to change their diet. They may do some exercise, but nothing really works. Those women I'm very tender-hearted towards because I was one of them. And it's very frustrating when you do the right things and nothing changes.
Nothing changes, yes.
You feel very disempowered and frustrated and you don't know what to do. And then we start looking for the latest diet trends or fads when really the root issue is there's something in the physiology that's out of balance.
Okay.
So that's my area of expertise, is uncovering, okay, what is the problem? Is it hormones out of balance? Is it a food allergy? Like, check this out. I absolutely love hummus. It's healthy. Love it. But garbanzo beans in my body will increase my weight 2.6 pounds the next day.
Wow, 2.6
And I'm not eating 12
overnight.
pounds of hummus, right?
Right.
So the program that I developed gives you clarity as you go through these 14 weeks of what foods that might be healthy, but might not be healthy for you, that could be increasing your weight.
Okay.
So for a lot of my patients, that's really the beauty of the program, because when you now know, if I eat this food, I know what to expect the next day. And then we have a strategy that we implement the next day to get the weight immediately off so you don't start continually accumulating that weight.
And different people gain weight for different reasons.
Absolutely.
My daughter and I, we go on diets together, and she's very strict. She keeps me in line, and we know we're doing it right, yet I lose a lot faster.
Absolutely.
It's just different people have a different physiology, you said?
Yes, and what I notice, and it's very common in the industry, is men lose weight easier. It's very annoying as a woman.
It's not fair, is it?
It's not fair. I really get annoyed. But it's easier for you because your symphony of hormones is not as dynamic as a woman's. So for us, one little thing that's out of balance can trigger a whole cascade of physiological responses.
How do you find out? It's different with each person. How do you find out with each person?
Well, the first thing I do is I take a history. If they're not sleeping, that's going to be a big problem. So we have to figure out, why are you not sleeping? The actual weight loss program is very structured. It's divided into 3 phases. The first phase is where you really drop a large amount of weight, but safely without stressing the body physiology. And in the second phase, we're looking for stabilization physiologically and in the brain. And it's in that phase that we often see the emotional eaters that I just need to eat because it's in front of me.
Yeah.
Identifying those things and then implementing strategies to overcome that are critical, or you're just going to gain the weight back again.
So it's really an individual thing.
It's very individualized, very customized. These groups of people, they literally get my personal cell phone number. They are communicating with me every day. There's a lot of accountability, and because I've done it for so many years, I can tell long before that person could tell if there's something wrong,
If
there's something out of balance.
Right. Sometimes I think something's wrong. I must have a tumor growing in me or something. How could I eat so little?
And we think that's an easy fix. We'll just remove it.
We'll just remove it. Like you said, a few garbanzo beans and you're up 2.5 pounds.
Right.
So it doesn't make sense sometimes.
No, it doesn't. And that could be garbanzo beans in a gluten-free cookie or a gluten-free pie crust. It doesn't matter the source. If it's garbanzo beans, I know I'm done.
Okay. Now, what about, we're going to see a lot of fad diets, lose weight fast.
Yep.
What would be the difference between those we'll see in a magazine, 10 tips to lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks, and something that you're offering?
That's an excellent question. So for a lot of those, lose weight fast, do these 10 things, miracles will occur. Well, if you're eating donuts and Twinkies and cupcakes and drinking tons of wine, you will probably lose weight just by not eating those things. But for the people that I see, they've been there, done that, tried every program, have read every book. There's not going to ever be a shortage of weight loss books. There's always going to be something new. We collect those like we collect cookbooks.
Sure.
So what's different with my program is it's supervised by me. We are fixing the reason why you're not burning fat. We should naturally burn fat. It should come easy to us. We shouldn't have to think about it. We shouldn't be fretting over it. Yet it's all consuming when we're trapped in a body that we don't recognize anymore. So my program gets a chunk of the weight off, gets you stabilized, or some people can continue to burn, and it starts to heal the reason why you're better at building fat than burning it. And that's the difference.
Does activity need to be a component of this?
In the first phase, we don't do any exercise. In the second phase, strength training is critical because we're actually changing the receptor sites, sugar versus testosterone growth hormone.
So you're retraining the body?
We are
the mind,
recalibrating. So it's not like a diet, you do it, you're done. It's a lifestyle that gives you the freedom. So I don't deprive myself of eating a gluten-free piece of cake or candy or whatever I want, but I know what to expect the next day.
Okay. Now, should all people be off gluten, or is that, again, an individual thing?
Well, no one can digest it. No human on the planet can digest it. The wheat species has evolved faster than we have. The question is, what does your immune system think about it? I am one of those people that it triggers an autoimmune response. I have to be uber crazy vigilant with it. But I have other patients that if they get an exposure or an accidental something, if they take the appropriate enzymes, which there's only one company that's making something that actually deals with it, they can survive and not have to be as crazy like me. So it really depends on what your immune system says.
So there's a way to make your body deal a little better with
if
gluten.
If it's not triggering an autoimmune response.
Now, 5 or 10 years ago, had we really heard much about gluten, or is it a pretty new thing?
We knew about wheat. I figured out I had a wheat allergy in 1993, but we didn't know a lot about gluten. There wasn't a lot of studies. There's now over 3,000 studies done on it. We have a lot of clarity, and they're continuing to do more research.
So some people may be having reactions to food, and they don't even know it.
Not a clue.
All we know is something's happening to us. We don't eat that much, yet we still gain weight, or not able to burn
or I'm
it off,
eating whole grain things, and it's healthy because
Right.
you have all these vitamins. Well, that's great, unless you're one of those people that your immune system is like, no. And they could be getting a headache. They could not poop regularly. It manifests differently in everyone.
in different people. So now, where do they start? Do they just call your office? Is there a consultation? Is there a group meeting? What's the best way to approach it?
So the cool thing is, because I really want to empower women to take control back so they can live their life and their purpose, we are doing a special for the month of January in 2016. So from January 1st to the 31st, or however many days there are, is it 30th or 31st? I don't know. But we are doing a special. So anyone who might be interested, who wants to see if they're a candidate for the program, can call the office. I will meet with you for a quick 10-minute appointment. We will do a toxicity assessment to see if that's a big culprit, and then we can make a decision whether it's safe to enter into the program or not. And that consultation is free just for this month.
Just for January.
Just for
Get
January.
A free consultation
So step
to
up.
start the year off, 2016,
Right.
by finding out, just find out that
Exactly.
it sounds like a very intellectual approach. I like that.
Well, it's all about repair. Fix the problem, and then the problem goes away.
I mean, we can't. You need somebody who's an expert at this, who does it over and over and over to figure out. Trying to figure it out yourself. Most of us have spent our entire lives trying to figure it out.
Well, I've trained and studied for 24 years, so it's taken me.
She did the work.
I did the
for us,
work,
So let's
so,
take
yeah.
advantage of that. So call the office. The number's there. Is it the 447?
Yes, 447-1404.
1404, 447-1404, or check out the website, which is?
Naturalpathfresno.com. When you go to the website, if you click on weight loss, then it will pull up my before and after picture, which really makes me want to vomit. But
Are
there's,
we going to look at some, or did we already see the before
I think
and
he
after?
was scrolling through those.
Did we already see some before and after,
If
Michael?
he goes back to one, but when you there's
Oh,
my
yeah. Wow.
that was me before and after. But there's other patient testimonials on there. There's a lot of information on there. So that's a good resource to start with. And if you
Go to
feel
the
that you're
website.
ready and you really want to get to the root of the problem, now's your time to step up and go for it.
Very good. Dr. Mikell Parsons.
Yes.
Naturopath Health Center. Naturopath Health Center. Go to the website naturopathfresno.com. And if you can't reach her or you forget, call us here at Central Valley Talk and we'll put you in touch with Dr. Parsons. We'll be back with more Mike and Athena right after this.